What's good, KI Nation? It is your boy KS here. Welcome back to what should be the final episode of Turnabout Goodbyes. Here we are in court again. Let's try to save Edgeworth's life. It's Judgment Day. Today things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. What's the big idea? Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the Sangha yesterday. Today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth's looking glum as always. I hope on Karma doesn't push him too hard.
What are you doing?
Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge? Hey, good idea. Trying to electrocute anyone on your way out.
Pal!
What's gotten in that girl? Detective Gumshoe.
Morning, Mr. Edgeworth.
Good morning.
How'd it go, Detective? No fear, I promise. I've captured a runaway caretaker. Brought him in. Took all night, pal.
Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired.
Actually, after that shock, I got on the way and I feel pretty good.
But he says he's forgotten his own name. That has to be a lie. Why would we want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember it, and I'm going to have to prove it. Without evidence. Mind you. I'm just going to be like weaving stories.
Course in session now for the trial of Miles Edgeworth.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Prosecution is ready. Very well. We have reached final day of proceedings in this trial. As the prosecution submit the list of evidence. Understood.
Come on, don't be odd in the silence every time he says everything he says.
Very well, Montgomery. Opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's effort, the local shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine as much as necessary. Very well, please bring in the witness to the courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the Boulder shop at the lake from the witness. He where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he's currently lost a memory, name and identity. Witness, why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. I see, very well, please begin your testimony. I'm really sorry about just leaving like I did yesterday, but I was running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I didn't need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as it is. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we?
Yes, I know his name, Yanni Yogi. So we're gonna press, and then I'm gonna... Mostly because I want to make this episode really long, so I'm just gonna press everything. I'd like call what you did running away and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and you realized you were in danger. Speculation? I mean, that is speculation.
Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away until the testimony.
He sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both did, Karma and Yanni Yogi. He wasn't running away. Then why did you leave? He already stated that. Alright. I went to buy Paul. That doesn't seem very chic. Food?
Well, Polly's a bit of a gourmand, you see. She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the pet shop downtown.
But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker's shack?
Well, I kinda lost, you see. This is trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack.
Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's gonna believe that.
I see. So he was lost.
Please, Your Honor, come to your senses. Figure it had nothing to do with this incident anyhow. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct?
Yep, seems like it.
How could you know you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, huh? You know exactly who you are.
This is testifying quite clearly he has no memory of who he is. The claim he's lying to show the court proof.
How am I supposed to prove what Codger said? That's impossible.
Once you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright, very well. Yes, please continue. I mean one of those motive things and I don't got one.
How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right?
Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything going on several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible.
Prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's over. Mind if I say something, Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor. You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory the past, lack of there in the question. Does this really have anything to do with the current case?
Of course, Your Honor. The witness said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies. Oh, I love it when they do the close-up of Phoenix. It's
Mr. Wright, there's a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is?
Of course, Your Honor.
Oh, no, this is I'd like to know myself, so who is he?
Don't play dumb one, Karma. He's right, please tell us the witness's name. His name is Yanni Yogi, former court bailiff.
Yogi, that name seems familiar. Oh, Yanni Yogi, from the DL-6 incident.
Figures the judge would have just heard of it. It was such a famous case.
But what does this mean?
Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man as a witness is Yanni Yogi fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the courts? This is the court of law, you have called me. Lamentable, once more, the witness has lost his memory.
He said I have to do this now. If I can't prove this Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go. Nick, how are you going to prove that it was... How can you prove he's Yanni Yogi? Okay, it's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago.
See, that makes sense. Tisk, tisk, tisk.
Huh?
I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright.
Why?
The witness has no fingerprints.
What? What? No fingerprints?
You see, before I worked as caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingertips working with the sulfur. Yep.
What? Yogi, you sneak? You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past?
Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we have to. We will not be able to prove his identity.
No.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. What do you do, Mr. Wright? Seems that the case has been decided.
No. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let this end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way.
There is no one else who can testify who the witness is. No one.
Nick, what are we gonna do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What to do? It's the parrot, right?
Tisk, tisk.
It's... I know it seems really stupid, but it's the parrot, right? Like, I have no other evidence. Hold on. Do I have any other evidence? No, we have no pictures, no anything from him. We have this photo of Edgeworth's dad. We have this bullet. I mean, I guess that's part of it. But it has to be the parrot. Are they even going to tell me his name is Yanni Yogi? It does.
Perhaps you'd like to cross-examine for comment.
Yeah, very funny. You're some sore winner, Karma. Wait a second. I cross-examined his parents. Did he just give us the win? Listen, Nick. No. You're not going to. Your Honor, the defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal.
Take Mr. Von Karma up on my proposal?
Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. Did I write this game? Did I make this up? Like this thing. This would be what I would write in.
Well, what do you think, Mr. Montgomery? This is a boss. I object.
Objection. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parent, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested.
But if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through this, and nothing comes of it, but I hope you're ready for the consequences.
Nick, this is crazy.
Well, still want to go through your little game?
I'm doing it. It's crazy, but I'm doing it. Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor.
It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance, at least. I think so. Bring in the parrot! It's a freaking bird. Oh, it's a bird on the stand. I love it. It's my favorite. That's quite a bird. So is my middle finger. Wait, so what's your name? Name! The witness is ignoring me. Must hurt to be ignored by the bird. Must be hurt to be given the bird. Oh, very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please testify for us. It's not going to talk, right? Hello, Squirrel. Yep.
Certainly the most concise testimony we've had. We'll begin a cross-examination.
Right. What are you going to do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Oh, jeez. What do you even do here? Hold it. Witness, you can't just expect to say hello, expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right, what do I say? Have we forgotten something? As I recall 2 years ago. Polly, have we forgotten something? Squawk! Don't forget DL-6. Squawk! Yeah, I remember that. If I can get Polly to say that here, that would prove the caretaker had something to do with DL-6. Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello? Hello? Squawk! That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot something? We forgot something. Hello? Squawk! Oh, it's not working, Nick. She won't say it. It's ridiculous. Why won't she say it? Tisk. What's the matter, Mr. Wright? Wait, don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He couldn't have retained the parrots, could he? Did he train her not to respond when we ask anything? We've forgotten anything? Well, switch. The owner is Mr. Yogi. Hold it. Witness, you're here to speak. You must speak to me. I believe you're speaking to a parrot. Well, we should try to get some information. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi. Alright, what do I freaking do? That's not gonna work. Your Honor! Okay. I gotta do something. I'm trying. I'm grasping. I'm grasping right now. Probably want to get punched in the face. I can't present. What can I do to get her? To say... I gotta try the deal. This is the only thing I have. I don't know what to do. There's gotta be something. I don't have... Here? No, it doesn't. What do I do? I mean, if I lose, I guess I just come back here, right? Let's try the bullet. No, that's not it either. I'm out of space. This court sees no reason for further trial. There's no need for the defendant. This case is extremely clear for misinterpretation of the facts. The court finds the defendant Miles Edgeworth guilty. Yeah. That's all. That can't be the end of this, right? I lost. Yeah, okay. Now we saw. Who is your owner? We did the squawk. Hello. Alright, well, now we're at the same spot. We should try to get some more information. Yonder's Mr. Yogi. I get this. Okay? Right, what do I say? What's your name? Polly, what's your name? Polly! What?
Mr. Wright, I think we've established that the parrot is named Polly. Something to do with her owner's identity.
Of course. Yes, it does.
Podcast claim the parrot name and prove its owner's identity. Show us proof.
Nick, don't you think you're taking this bluffing a little too far? Listen, we're not here for the answer to the question of who the caretaker is. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof is the parrot reveals caretaker's name is... Okay, well I mean, I guess it's the parrot. No, this. It's the case file. The DL-6 case file?
Oh, it's quite a large file. Which page of this is proof of? Show us some wasting our time.
Very well, Mr. Wright, show us the page. Where in this file is the page? Well, let me look at the court record before I say this. So, case summary, we don't care. Victim data is useless. Suspect data is where it's at. It's on the suspect data page. This page is all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see?
And you said that, yes.
What was his fiancée's name?
Polly Jenkins. Polly!
Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her.
So you guys said it's possible? Bob, your coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter's a dog we call us Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix, right? This is making my granddaughter's fiancé.
She's only 7 years old.
Indeed, alone it is not weak for evidence in the murder trial. We need some other collaborating evidence.
Well, I'm going to find that. Nick, we're getting closer. One more. If we can just get one more piece of evidence. Right. What? Alright, so maybe we got to press you for your name again. And we can press, that dialogue with Maya. We already know what Have We Forgotten Something does. Maybe I'll get her to say the number of that safe. Huh? What? The safe? Why? Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay? Polly, what's the number of the safe in the chat? 1228, 1228.
Wow, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker.
It actually does. Actually does. That's why I had her say it.
Ha! Ridiculous. How could this number be safe? Tell us who the caretaker is. Show us your proof. What could possibly link them? Oh, jeez.
I don't have the frickin'... I don't have it. The number 1228. It's not a new 1228. It's the case summary. The DL-6. Oh, I came up with that on a whim. Honestly.
DL-6 case file. What is this obsession about the date? Mr. Wright, where in this file is...
It's the case summary. It's on the case summary page.
Case summary.
Specifically the date on which the DL-6 incidents occurred.
The date of the incident is December 28. Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago.
And the number on that safe is 1228. Ah, he used the date of the DL-6 incident as a number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important the date was to him.
See, clear as an interesting coincidence. Many people who often set their secret numbers to dates. But this is not tangible proofs. See my ATM card. I set my ATM card number to 001 because I'm number 1. It's nothing to do with the dates.
Well, now we can all get into his bank account.
Now, I think we've reached our conclusion here. It's mere coincidence, that's all. True, that is a possibility. However, 2 coincidences at this time seems more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop, immediately. Witness, tell us your name. Wait, this witness doesn't remember. No, it's okay.
Oh, he's different now.
I've actually accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done.
Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real Yanni Yogi, I think, finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years.
Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court.
My name is Yanni Yogi.
15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. Order, Yanni Yogi. So it was you who killed Robert Henn and tried to frame Miles Edward for his death.
Yes, it was me. I did it.
They pulled me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. Told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It's planned for me to take my revenge on people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. That was my chance after 15 years. This was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment, revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. It was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Ooh. Karma, where is Mr. Yogi? I'm going to arrest you, Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is innocent, in this case at least. Very well. I will defend him. Please take the stand. This is where things get spicy, huh? Because we're going to make the DL-6 thing on fire. There are a few mysteries left unsolved, so you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant Miles Edgeworth not guilty. But we're gonna jump into DL-6. He's not happy. This is where the objection happens, right? So court is adjourned. Objection! That's Edgeworth. Edgeworth. Edgeworth, buddy. Wait, that means no. Edgeworth? Your Honor, I object to your judgment. What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, young Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick, Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them it was the murderer in the DL-6 agent. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad. Well, what do I do? Objection. The judgment has already passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst. Shut up. Something like this happened yesterday, too. I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed. That would be Larry. You must hear this new statement. You must hear Miles Edgeworth. He's right. We have the duty to hear what Miles Edgeworth out. For 15 years, I have a recurring dream. Nightmare is only nightmare. That's what I've told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean, the incident where you and your father died? From the distance of a shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL-6 incident, it was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for the DL-6, the statute of limitation which ends today. The culprit is me. Order, this certainly isn't expected. Defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime, a crime for which the statute of limitation runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. It's obvious. We hold a trial, right here, right now. We tried this man for the crime of 15 years ago. I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. The court is adjourned. It's never that easy, huh? I'm sorry, right? Wasted all your efforts. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you killed your dad? Didn't want to believe it myself, detective. But it is the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. This is crazy! Oh, just crazy! Nick, what are you doing? Huh? Oh, I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case for what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it in court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in the court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove that you're innocent. Trust me. Right. You don't not like, yes, you're correct, but like, maybe. Alright, here we go. Round 2. Oh, I missed all of that. Okay. Let me put this. Then, though pointless, the defense can do the cross-exam. The jury limitation of DL-6 runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me to run. I'd like to run this by one more time by the book.
Let's see, does the defense have any objections? No, Your Honor. It's gonna happen from the very beginning, didn't you?
Very well. Will Mr. Miles Edgeworth take the stand? Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth, of the prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct?
It is correct.
Testify about this matter to the court.
Edgeworth was telling me about this dream yesterday. I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key if I can get it to work. What was not correct? I don't remember. What was fishy? The bullet. The day I'd gone into the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Then something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted to stop them fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot and then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. It's fired twice. It's fired twice. That's what it is. Remember, because the connection. This is, oh shoot. Copycat murder. This is a copycat murder. Because in the case, let me just make sure I'm not saying stuff on my butt. We know that the last file, we know it fired 3 times. We already covered those 3 times. Once for Larry, that Larry heard to kill Hammond. Twice on the lake. That gives you 3 total. So it was fired 3 times. It was fired twice to get the attention and to pull people's eyes to the lake. However, if you look at the DL-6 incident, 1 bullet was found in the heart. The murderer weapon was fired twice. So it's a copycat murder. Therefore, there was 2 gunshots that happened at the scene of the crime. Therefore, Edgeworth is a liar.
So now you thought the murder was a dream?
Stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out. And I lost my memory of events.
But the scene claim Mr. Yogi has made. Very well, Mr. Wright.
Cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. I don't care about anything you have to say, Edgeworth. I'm going straight to the 1 gunshot thing, and I'm going against it. Present. Objection. Are you sure you only heard 1 gunshot?
Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot on the screen, and everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came.
I see. No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't. Look at this file once more time. It plainly contradicts the witness's testimony.
You enjoy trying to file, don't you? They don't accept this evidence unless you can tell them what page it's on.
Well, let me look at the case. Let me look at the data. I'm not sure, sir. It was fired twice on the victim data. I mean, of course, it's the 1 page I haven't used yet. Look at the victim data in this file. It says that quite plainly, the murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard 1 gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot?
Was there perhaps another shot fired Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot? Your Honor, as I'm sure you are aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is stated the pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when the second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There's no proof the second shot had anything to do with this incident.
What?
I see. You do have a point, right? The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time.
Do you have any proof the other shot was fired something to do with the case? Yep, the ballistic casing. Your Honor, I think I should be able to show you proof.
What? Impossible. Now, Mr. Montgomery, save your surprise for that after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright, show us your proof. You have the evidence related to this pistol.
I have the ballistic.
Mr. Wright, please think how we feel when we look at this evidence time and time again. Every time you show us ridiculous evidence, I feel, well, mocked.
Haha, I mean, I really don't have any harm by it, Your Honor. Didn't I just... Well... I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I do know what I'm supposed to do here. Look at this. Look at the photo. There's a shot in the window. I was like, I thought I pressed the wrong button for a second there, and I'm like, why is it saying it's wrong? Look at this photograph. Sorry, it's just there. I have to do it. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim is lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. Let me get this straight. This photo proves there were 2 shots were fired. Where? Your Honor, please, get a clue. Alright. The contradiction in the photo is in the glass. Take that. As it should be obvious, the contradiction is here. I see a bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol. Yet there's also a bullet hole in the elevator door. You also note the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, somebody other than Edgeworth fired that second shot.
Order. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One into Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else.
Mr. Wright, who could that someone else be?
The murderer, of course.
I should have stepped in before you wild fantasies got out of hand, Mr. Wright. Once more, the DL-6 case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page.
The case summary page, it's on page 1.
What's written there? Not a single clue was found at the scene. The pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, and the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have a point. The second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's heart was fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door.
But it had to be the bullet.
Order. I will have order. Mr. Wright, it was proven one thing was very clear. The murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the event. However, Mr. Von Karma says the second bullet fired was not found. Highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So we have the single bullet fired. I'm afraid you have to discount the defense's claim. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter.
God, how did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why are you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Maya. What? It looks like I was wrong. Nick, the second bullet wasn't there. All my conjectures are for nothing. No, but you said you do it, Nick. You have to get Edgeworth declared innocent. I'm sorry. It's just, when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person somewhere else who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick!
Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. Precisely. I'd like to ask one more thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you any objections?
No. No, I do not.
So you killed your father, though it was not your intention?
Yes, I did. Oh no, he's accepting the guilt.
Very well. That's your limitation of the murder for Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce the verdict on this defendant today, right here. Right now.
Indeed.
Does anyone have any objections?
I've been here before. Just like my first day in court. There's so many things I know I shouldn't be saying. Mine's gone blank, I can't find the words.
Mr. Wright.
Objection. Your Honor, I object. Alright, this guy.
Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object?
Nick, I don't know. This case is perfect. Oh no! Ah! It must exist. The second bullet. What did you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it.
Seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright.
Wait, Your Honor. Oh? The second bullet, it existed. What?
You've just heard proof that it did not exist.
I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just someone took it from the crime scene. That's what happened. But who? The murderer.
The murderer. And you tell us who was the murderer.
I'm still thinking about that one.
So the criminal took the second bullet, but why?
Huh?
First of all, how would they have found it? Somebody's in find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. There's some pressing need for the murder. Search for the bullet.
Of course there was. They need. That's why they took it.
Oh, what possible reason could they have had?
Well, the reason the murderer took the bullet away from them is... the bullet would be proof. Maybe they thought the bullet would be used as proof? Proof? It was a special bullet, so they took it with them.
If that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from St. Gregory as well.
Huh?
Why would they only take one with 2 shots fired?
Oh, right.
Mr. Wright, have you really thought this through? I won't have to penalize you.
Oh, jeez. This isn't going so well. No, the murderer didn't need it. Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for that stray bullet? I haven't got a clue.
But the murderer had no reason to take that bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true.
Had to take it. Had to take it? The murderer? What does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't know why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But the murderer had to take the bullet.
Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean?
Well, for instance what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer?
The bullet hit the murderer?
Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you can just perform surgery right there. You know? Wait a second. I was talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened?
Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murderers themselves was shot. And they left with the second bullet still inside of them. Thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime.
Yes, I guess that's how I would work it, yes?
There's a problem with that. The other 2 people were rescued from the elevator. Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi were both unharmed. So that would mean...
the murderer came from outside, yes. Which explains the hole in the... Ooh. This game make you think. 2 men in fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop, and the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges in the bullet. The bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside.
Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping me, and I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. What do you say? Deny it. Deny it. No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer.
No one was wounded at the time of the incident. But, ooh. Here's how we tie it together, okay? I done sussed it out. You're sus, Mr. Dude. You killed him. He couldn't take the fact that he gave him a demerit on his thing, so he kills him. Frames Yanni, makes Yanni look stupid, and gets him off the innocent verdict, which gets Miles to be a prosecuting attorney, which gets him to be which gets him to be teaching Miles, which Miles then goes and meets Hammond because he wants to rectify this, which Yanni is then there and kills Hammond to make him get revenge for all the things because Von Karma is telling him to do all this stuff, and then all this stuff that happened, and we get it off that Yanni was the one who actually killed Hammond. But Miles is going to confess and think he actually did it, when actually Miles only heard 1 shot when there was 2, and he shot the first shot, shooting Von Karma in the arm, which is why Von Karma took a vacation, because it couldn't be seen with a gunshot wound in his arm. I hope somebody followed that. That was a lot. Hey Nick, huh? I just thought of something really crazy. Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday?
Rearrangement as a blood was a perfect trial record.
Wow.
It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for 7 months after that, you see.
Because he had a gunshot in his arm.
It's first and last vacation he's taken in many years of prosecuting.
What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured? Which would mean, it could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL-6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. He was Von Karma. Oh man.
Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed.
No, Your Honor.
Well, you have been indicated the possibility the murder came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect?
Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it now? Save it for a better time. Wait, I don't have enough proof yet. This is my trump card. I better save it for the right time. Mr. Wright, something matter? I'm fine, Your Honor.
So we carry on the trial then. So we have no farther to go. That's all left. It's finished. In other words, the verdict.
What? Not yet.
Think, Mr. Wright. You have said someone from outside was murdered, yet you cannot suggest anyone as possible suspect, which means your conjecture is worthless. It will be rejected, of course.
Nick, now's not the time to be holding on to that trump card. The trial's almost over. Alright, I may not know what I'm doing, but here goes. Your Honor, there is a suspect. One lone suspect.
Certainly is interesting news. Well, Mr. Wright, who is your suspect?
But... Ugh, my hands are shaking. For what? Von Karma.
Von Karma?
Ooh, he does look like the villainous type. He is the villainous type.
You mean the Von Karma, the prosecutor, the one standing right over there? You don't object? See, my honor, this is ridiculous. I'll burst with my objection.
Because you took the vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason?
You claim that I took vacation to heal my injury from the incident? Fascinating. Prove it. I would need surgery, though. Where did I go under the night, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify.
Nick, let's find out who this doctor is.
It's no use.
Edgeworth.
I know Von Karma perhaps too well.
He's perfect. He wouldn't leave any clues. Probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave the doctor as a witness. Take it off! Take it off! Take it off! Take it... That's my only solution. So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull a bullet out by himself? That's insane. No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull out bullets out of yourself. Wait, what does that mean? Take it off! Take it off! I better get some take it offs in the comment section down below.
Can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot?
Alright, Von Karma, I'll prove it. And I'll even use the evidence. I know how much you like it.
What?
The evidence that proves that Von Karma was shot is...
the bullet?
It's gotta be the bullet.
What exactly is that?
Sorry.
Judge Wood.
Alright, penalty! Mr. Wright, please reconsider your evidence. Yes, Your Honor. Oh, frick, what is it? Oh, I don't have anything. I don't have anything. I have nothing. I have nothing to do this. It doesn't say anything about Von Karma. The only thing I have is this. It's not. Alright. Dude, this is the second. I can't. Do I have to do the whole thing again? This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I have to do this whole freaking thing again. Yeah, I gotta do all of it again. I'll get back to where we were. Alright. Alright, we're back to where we were. I think we figured out how to connect Von Karma. There was actually a piece, so I was telling the Twitch chat this. The gun, when we see the images, obviously we have no idea. Logically, there's no way to know about this, but because we're playing a video game, we can see that he was shot in the right arm, but he was left-handed, so he shot the gun with his left hand. Therefore, he is doing the stuff to heal from his injury. But we have no... He still wears the bullet in his arm, which is why it still matters. But as Edgeworth just said, he wouldn't leave clues, therefore he had to take the bullet with him. That's why there's no bullet. I think it's impossible to prove. It'd be impossible to finally operate on Karma, even if Von Karma did go under your surgery.
You seem to finally come to your senses.
But I can't press this. That's the thing.
You've realized the truth. You can't prove something that didn't happen.
But Nick! The court record. There must be something. Court record, what could be in there? God, there's no time. I better go think up as I go. Alright, Von Karma, I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence. Alright, I have to use it. Alright, I think it's the gun. No. It's gotta be something. What evidence? I realized I still have the metal detector. And I can use the metal detector to detect things. Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery leaving evidence trail. So when I ask where that bullet is now, I think it's unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself.
You don't mean?
I do. There's still a possibility the bullet is inside Von Karma.
Is it even possible for all these years?
Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm going to run this over you and see what we find. Oh, we hit it. We hit the core.
I refuse. You refuse? But you're refusing. This means you acknowledge the bullet is still inside of you. Order! Order! Order!
Your Honor, the defense requested be allowed to use the metal detector.
Judge, I call for suspension of this trial. This is invasion of privacy.
The statute of limitation runs out this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now.
Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Montgomery, you will submit yourself to testing.
Nick, what does this mean? I don't know. We have to give it a shot.
I have a button. I don't have a button.
It reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma.
You.
It was you.
I was afraid this would happen. So I remained silent. Indeed, there was a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident.
What? That's why we have the bullet, so we can prove it.
I was shot in the shoulder long before the 6th incident. I claim the bullets in my shoulder has no relation to the 6. But Mr. Montgomery, can you prove that? Prove? I have nothing, no obligation to prove anything. It's Mr. Wright who must prove something here. Not I. Mr. Wright, well, can you prove it? Can you prove that Montgomery's shoulder was... She can't. I don't have any DL-6 evidence.
That's because you took it out of the record room yesterday. Oh, I do have DL-6.
With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright.
No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma.
What?
We were close. One day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof.
What?
Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet to the shoulder in the DL-6 incident. Here's my proof.
That's... a bullet? Where did you get that?
This is the bullet used in the DL-6 incident. It was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with the ballistic markings intact.
Ballistic markings.
Alright, we figured it out. Let me recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago.
Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from the gun are marked with that weapon's unique fingerprint. By examining which markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. Quite accurate.
We have 2 bullets in our possession. One in the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart, and the other in Mr. Von Karma is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We can analyze both bullets. Then if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? Alright, he's just yelling.
Scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know.
Help, I can't breathe. Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Breathing my air. Get away from my dad. Bang. That's the scream I heard in the elevator. 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed. It's Von Karma. Edgeworth! Only you would dare defy me! So it was you. You and your father are my curse. Your father shamed me with my penalty on my record. And you that scar on my shoulder that will never fade. I'll bury you. I'll bury you with my own hands. Oh, here we go. Chief Prosecutor, I'm sorry. Well, Carmen, it's not like you to make this kind of error. Never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. Sorry, but I will have to be penalized. I've covered you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth. It's a shock like none I ever knew. Me, penalized. Took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly I found myself in the darkness. I was in the courtroom. I must have wandered there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black and the lights must have been gone out. I went out into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then there was noise. There was pain. Horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then the lights came back on. The elevator doors opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol laid at my feet. I knew then that it was my destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died never knowing I had shot him. Later, he spoke through a meeting, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Who would have thought another man would have come to open the elevator door? Judge, what are you doing? Your job, bring an end to this miserable charade. And now end it. Very well. It appears that we have come to a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was the nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. We're too good. I might have lost twice, but we're too good. That's all. This court is adjourned. Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? Von Karma looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him. Nick, crushed. This thing, I'm impressed. It's pretty close, though. I was sure we had it. I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself, but now it's all just a good memory. So it's finally over, Edgeworth. Yeah? Jimmy. I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try thank you. I see. Thank you, Wright. You're welcome. I think you could have done better than that. Sorry, I'm not good at this sort of thing. You've got a lot to learn, Edgeworth. She's got you there. Whoop! Amazing, pal. You just pulled through like I thought you would. Never forget this. You owe you, pal. Tonight's a party. The dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month, but who cares? See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should thank a less than protective gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. Ooh. I feel foolish. Don't worry, take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Hey, y'all! Lotta! Y'all are great in there. Thank you. Go Edgeworth, congrats. Thank y'all very much. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if there was one to stick it in. Witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you? Yeah, well, bygones be bygones, hey? Speaking of which, you don't know what you're gonna do now, Lotta? Who and me? Well, I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer for quick. Really? That's too bad. Huh? Isn't it the hot dog guy from the park? Huh? It's over, Nick. My life's over. Why that sad face, Larry? What happened now? Uh-oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world. You don't look sick. It's Kiyoshi. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind. Should have seen that coming. But yo, Edgy, there you are. Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Here's a little gift from me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you. Hey, Butts, you come a long way tonight, too. Treat my treat, pal. Huh? Oh, thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That suit you got that questioned me. That's the suit that questioned me. And he says treat. That's not police talk for prison food, right? I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right. Yeah, what's up? That envelope that Larry gave me. It's got money in it. Well, yeah, that's not strange. People give money to always celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? Huh? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. $38 exactly? Nick, wasn't that the exact amount of the lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school? $38. No. No, Larry, it was you! You're surprised about Wright. Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? Doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took a day off, but he was bored, so he came in school anyway. He saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I never was good at history, eh? Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I couldn't just picture Larry protecting him like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Alright, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know. You'd be right. I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh? Edgeworth. You should have told me. Down the neck, it was 15 years ago. Don't think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth? I'd say so, yes. There you have it. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, you've always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, you get worked up too easily, too. Death sentence for both of you. I mean, if I only know I'd become a prosecutor. Same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time I thought that I might have killed my own father, that I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth, want to switch right? Hey y'all, line up and I'll take a photo. Hey, photo time, let's go! And after all, the dinner on me! Yeah, we kicked his butt. Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. Not it. There's still more. Whoa, I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? It's only 5. Maybe I should go back to sleep. Huh? What's this? A letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth, too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. It was useless. So I've decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Not Maya. Goodbye? What time is it? Ah, it's the first trains for the mountains have already left the station. To the station! I guess I'm too late. Hey! Nick! Maya? So you're leaving? Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium. We can't talk to spirits. And I think you know you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay? That's it. Hold it! I was gonna say, there's gotta be hold it in there. Wait! What? I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard Maya's voice. Mia's voice. You're my sister? Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we lost everything. That's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossbeck, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. But you were the one who stopped on Karma, Maya. Huh? I didn't do anything! All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? Show Maya some evidence to cheer up. Take that. A bullet? Von Karma was convinced that he had taken all of the evidence pertaining to the DL-6. We were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma, and you were the one who gave it to me. Nick! Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you. I'll be back soon. Huh? I'm going to complete my training and come back. Okay, I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless. I don't know about that. Is this the end of this game? So this is it. See you soon, Maya. I got a character names. Which? She cry. Thanks, Nick. Alright. So my story ends. Time to turn a new page and say goodbye to the novice defense attorney I once was. Now a new story begins. With the same old crazy cast of characters.
Don't think you've graduated, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim?
Yes, Your Honor. Uh-oh, I got a bad feeling about this. That's it. Well, that's a good game. Honestly, had a lot of fun with it. Oh, there's still more. Hey, pal, Mr. Edgeworth came down to precinct to wish me a happy new year. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Whoop, Detective Gumshoe! Then he hung his head low and he went right back to outside. Kind of like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? I'm not controlling any of this. So. Alright, let's see what else we got. Huh? Nick? Nah, I haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I've been working at the cheese shop. Oh, that Missy's a nice lady. She's not exactly what you call a cheap date. Huh? Oh, she's in Hawaii right now, yeah? Man. Who? Right? Yeah, I remember him. I hear he's been busy lately. You know, not ringing my own bell, but sort of taught him everything he knows. I'm sure he's grateful. I don't even know who that guy is. Like, was he in the first? Was he in the first trial and I don't remember that? Probably. Phoenix Wright. Ah, the defense attorney whom I wrote that affidavit for, yes. Well, you should know I've taken over management of the Gatewater Hotel recently. Should you be in the area, please stop by. Is this Maya coming back trying to find Phoenix? I think that's what's going on.
Oh, it's you. Phoenix Wright. Yes, Maya's understudy, was he not? Mia's understudy. I wonder what he's doing. I haven't seen him as of late. Ah, the days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemon, you see.
Alright, well, you're gonna, like, give me anything else? I just, like... The music is... It's Sugiori, yeah, that makes sense. Phoenix Wright. Ah, he's an actor. Is he an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. You know, they're putting finally some hammers in box of DVD. Now I'm saying stuff too fast like can't even read. I was supposed to go straight anyway. I know how to keep your lines straight. You're just speed speaking. I can't talk that fast. I can't read that fast. I was gonna say Guam, but that's typing. I'm pleased to announce Pink Princess is a hit. I'm sure I owe that Mr. Wright a great deal. Oh, and I'm keeping my face out of the public eye till the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kid's dreams, you know. They're really just like throwing every character back in just to do that. Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. It sounds like she caught a cold standing under the waterfall. I wanted to visit, but I didn't have time, so I sent her some Pink Princess trading cards. She says she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living at anyway? Are they going back between each? I don't know what's going on here. Maybe this is like a new person that's... Or they're just trying to show off everybody. Right? Oh, who's that? Oh, you want to talk? Let's talk, Princess, alright? But, you know, I snuck into the studio the other day. And I saw her. The one inside the Pink Princess suit. Oh, what a dog. It was kind of a shock for a boy of my tender age. Alright, well, it's cool that we get to go through all these characters and do all this fun stuff again, but honestly, I've had the most fun with this series ever, so it's been great. Yeah, I remember, right? That lawyer guy. Hey, honey, I'm in training to become some paranormal photographer. You know, that kind of picture that I took for everybody? Well, just behind them there's a ghost. For real. Now, that's a talent. I'm gonna be famous. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. That's all I can say. This turned out to be a super long episode. Oh, there's the final picture. There we go. I always expected Gumshoe to be like super tall, but he's not. Oh, and there's Mia on the side. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with this awesome series. I've had a great... Phoenix, shut your face. Oh. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. That's pretty cool. Thank you guys for watching. I guess we have... we got another episode to do, so stay tuned for the next and the last episode, I guess, of the first game. So we'll see what that is next time. So make sure to like button, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss that, and I will catch you all over there for the next one. So see you then. Take care, everybody. Until next time, my name's Chaos. I'm signing off. Stay safe, and as always, burn it up.